On your marks. Get set. Go! Drift. Drift. Watch out. Drift. Bark, bark. That's a 2-hit chicken combo. CJ is hammered again. He's definitely driving like he is.
Gemma, please, shut up!
Let's begin!
Touring karts can be played in both a VR mode and non-VR mode, and there is so many different control schemes for the VR mode. You can play with the DualShock controller with movement from the motion sensor, DualShock without the use of the motion sensor, a wheel and a PlayStation Move, 2 PlayStation Moves, or a 3D rudder and a PlayStation Move. I don't have a lot of these extra controllers, so I will be focusing on the DualShock control schemes. When playing without the DualShock's motion sensor, weapons fire after a press of a button, but when you play with it on, you are able to physically throw the weapon yourself. Sometimes the aim can be a bit off, but for the most part, it works pretty well, and when you do get a hit, it is much more rewarding, as you have physically participated more in launching the weapon. Playing with this setup also allows you to reach up and grab hard to reach weapon boxes. It adds another motion for you to perform and keeps you active in the game that little bit more. Like most kart racers, this one does borrow quite a few gameplay elements from Mario Kart, such as holding down the accelerator at the start of the race will give you a speed boost. You can also drift by holding the accelerator and brake at the same time. When successful, the front of your car will raise upwards and you will be boosted forward. There is even a banana skin weapon, which is obviously taken straight out of Mario Kart. Other weapons include missile launchers to shoot rival karts with, a chicken that will flatten anything in its path, and also ice cubes that freeze other racers momentarily. Although this kart game does borrow elements from other racers, there is something here that makes this game stand out, and that's the ability to combine 2 power-ups to create a new one. To create a new one, you simply keep hold of a power-up, and then the next time you see a power-up box, their contents are visible. In total, there is a massive 45 weapons to use or create. It will take a while to learn all of them, but this experimentation does keep the game fresh for many races. You can chuck weapons behind you, but to get good aim, you will need to physically look back, which is never a good thing with the PSVR, considering the front-facing PlayStation camera. Unfortunately, there is no button to see your rear view. However, you can always just fling your arm backwards without looking to make the weapon shoot behind. There is 22 tracks to race on, and they all come with their own obstacles to avoid, such as large characters who are just outside the track. These chuck things towards you, but they can be a bit hard to dodge, considering the size of the objects change after the character has thrown them. It's not a fluid animation transition at all, and it can make for some annoying moments if you do get hit. Some parts of the track layouts can actually change too, as sections can be raised up. This looks great if you're coming up to one of these parts, but if it happens when you're already on one of these sections, it can feel a little bit odd. The wackiness is very much welcome though, as you're constantly engaged with what's going on around you. At the end of a race, if you came first, second or third, you get to hold a cup. It doesn't last for long at all, but it's a nice little touch to show off your victory. Loading times also don't last too long, which is always a good thing for racing games, especially when some of the races here only consist of 2 laps. One thing that I really enjoy with racing games is the unlockables that keep you coming back for more, and Touring Karts has so much to keep you busy. In single player, you're given many different cups to take on, which can be played in 1 of 3 different difficulties. You can unlock these in any order you want, as long as you have earned enough money from previous races. You can also spend this money on new karts. There is 30 in total, and you can customise them with things such as different horns and driver helmets that comically mimic characters from well-known games and movies. You can also upgrade your kart's power, but this does come with a downfall, as if you upgrade it fully, it can make the race's difficulty settings pretty easy. It's great that the game gives you so much freedom with how you progress, but without limitations, it does mean your kart can become overpowered quite quickly if you choose to upgrade it. The multiplayer mode is a lot of fun. You can race with up to 8 other people online, and the developers absolutely have nailed the lobbies. You don't wait around in menus, which is something I personally just can't stand in multiplayer VR games. Instead here, here, you race around on a track with AI, as you wait for more players to join. You can even race against friends, and can choose what power-ups are on the track, which will only increase playtime and funny moments to be had, especially with the ability to combine 2 weapons together. Trophy-wise, I'm a little bit conflicted. The vast majorities of trophies here are for making weapon combinations, which makes it a very easy list to complete to earn for platinum, but considering there is so many different elements in this game and cups to win, I'm a little disappointed that the trophies are not more varied. Overall, it's good that the platinum is very achievable, but I'm not too impressed with the list's lack of variety. The craziness along with the amount of weapons here is really what makes the game a blast to play, but sometimes it can get a bit too crazy for its own good, which makes you feel like you're not fully in control of your outcome. This does happen a lot with these types of games, but with the extra off-track and on-track obstacles, it can make for some extra annoying moments that are not weapon related. That being said, this is a very fun, fully featured kart racing game that is actually priced incredibly low for what it has to offer. There is even missions for you to complete which reward you with more coins, tracks or customizable things for your kart, and the game also has 3 different views for you to drive around in. Rather than listing every single thing this racer has to offer, it's more of a case of listing an incredibly small amount of things it doesn't have. Overall, you are fully engaged with this racer at all times, and each race really is a thrill, and that's exactly what you want from a VR racing game.
And now, CJ is holding an ice block. Desperation is in his eyes. He needs this final weapon to hit! And it's made an impact! What an incredibly lucky shot!
Oh, Gemma, it was skill! Do you have to narrate each race I play?
And now, CJ is getting annoyed with the commentator. This is unheard of in racing. Maybe if he focused more on driving, he would get to hold a cup.
Sure, there is some balancing issues here and there, but I am very impressed with the sheer amount of things that this game includes. If you're into kart racers, this is definitely worth checking out for the price. As always, if you enjoyed this review, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more PSVR content.